today, I should have had them.
Today is May 28, 2014, and we are interviewing Bert Starnes here at the Illinois Veterans Home, Quincy, Illinois. Bert is 94 years of age, having been born on October 29, 1919. My name is Tracy Allgilbers, and I'll be the interviewer. Bert, could you state for the recording what war and branch of service you served in?
Yeah, World War II, infantry.
Mm-hmm.
You want the name?
Uh-huh.
Okay, headquarters company, 1st Battalion, 127 Infantry Regiment, 32nd Division. You read that one down?
You remembered all that. What was your rank?
A T5 corporal. T5.
T5 corporal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Technician, 5th grade. Right.
Where did you serve?
Where?
Mm-hmm.
New Guinea and the Philippines.
Did you get immersed in the culture where you were stationed? Did you take in some of the culture and explore it? And no? Did you bring any mementos or souvenirs back with you when you came back home?
I had some Japanese invasion money. I discovered we were on a patrol, I saw a body laying there. It was covered, holding. I knew it was a Jap, so I picked it up to see who he was, and he had half his head blown off, but he had a big bundle of bills, invasion money, Philippine James money. So I took part of that home with that. I still got a little bit of it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What was your job or your assignment while you were in the service?
Well, I was on I was infantryman, but I was also on a 37 millimeter anti-tank gun. But they did not have tanks in New Guinea. It was some money, so just playing infantryman is what I was there.
Did you see combat?
Oh yeah.
Were there casualties within your unit?
Oh, absolutely.
Did you personally sustain any injuries?
No. Close. No.
Were you a prisoner of war? Were you a prisoner of war?
No.
Do you want to share any of your experiences? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's just start.
I could have been a prisoner of war, because one night we were cut off, supposed to be in a place where nobody was there for arrest. I looked up one night, and I seen a Jap stand out there, so I took a shot at him. I don't know, hit him or not, but they opened up the machine gun. I crawled up a path, going to a real fast flowing river. So if you got that river, you just swim it down. And I crawled up there, and it was getting towards dark. You couldn't see me anymore. Laid at the feet of a Japs, not one, but one. They were taking the rifle move. They knew I was there. I was so close to that guy, I could have touched him. And I was scared of peeing my pants, but I didn't panic. I laid there, and I crawled real slow in that mud all the way to the river. They held on some tree roots, and a real big bunch of tree roots, and I laid there all night long. I heard them trying to get across the river, trying to get away. They were drowning out there. Next morning, I heard somebody talking, American, and here I said, "Who's up there?" He said, "Come on slow." He said, I walked up slowly, and he said, "Bert, we thought you were dead." He said, the sergeant was crying over you. That's the honest to God truth. So I have to say that was a horrible night.
Were you awarded any medals or citations?
I got a Bronze Star.
And why was that?
I volunteered, picked up, it was only a private, picked up volunteers with me who had to pick some badly injured GIs who were all bad shape, and went there under heavy fire in the mud, made repeated trips, bring them back, and we worked. And the sergeants and Bert said, "I'm recommending you for a Silver Star." And So the sergeant bringing that to the Major Schroeder, and he was killed the next day. And that's the last I heard of it. So one day, years later, I got a Bronze Star sent to me, and I couldn't figure out why. It's because I got the infantry combat badge. And he said, well, too, but there's just a complete confusion all that time. My records were all burned up in a fire in St. Louis. All the records were burned up in St. Louis. So
Of all the time that you were in the service, those records?
that thing happened right while I was in service, right before I was discharged. They burned all my records up, not to prove anything. You know.
Can you share any battle planning with us?
Any what?
Any battle planning?
Training?
Planning.
I mean, no, I didn't do the planning. I followed. I know one time I went out, they said, Bert, somebody out there is laying in a bomb crater. We don't know if he needs help or not. Would you go? I said, sure. I volunteered many times that would help somebody. And I crawled in that hole under fire. And I looked at the guy, I knew right away he was dead. But I looked at the dog tag, and his name was Discharged. We got one equipment named Discharged, but it wasn't him, not related to, I don't think.
How did you get along with the officers and fellow soldiers?
Fine.
Did you ever feel any pressure, stress, or anxiety?
Yeah, I had anxiety. I had malaria real bad. Yeah. I know one time after a malaria attack, we walked up a beach there. I saw a bunch of GIs lay there dead with the picture of it. There was a picture of them, you know. And I kept walking up further and saw a couple of people standing there and looked down there. And they wanted my name as a witness. There was a Japanese guy laying there, and by his body was two containers of boiling water and white meat. It was meat of one of his fellow soldiers, cannibalism. And I had a sign of my name, so I had a sign I was a witness to that. They cannibalized us. The whole people ate their flesh.
Did you keep a personal diary?
Huh?
Did you keep a personal diary of any type?
No, I won't forget it.
Can you tell me about a couple of your most memorable experiences?
Well, I guess one of the most memorable was when I called in to help that guy, Discharged, got mortar fire started pouring in, so I crawled back to a pillbox. I got this pillbox. I finally got light up, like I said, it was dark, you know. There was a dead Jap laying there. And I waited for the fire to stop and I crawled out. I had white bugs all over me. It was, what do you call them? Worms, little small worms.
Maggots?
Yeah, maggots. There were maggots. I never will forget that.
Were you able to stay in touch with your family?
Yeah, by email, but I didn't have much time, you know, to write.
Did you do or have something special for good luck?
Pray.
Did you have plenty of supplies?
Big part.
Did you have plenty of supplies?
No. When I went in 1942 to Camp Roberts, California, they issued me a round helmet, World War I. I got a Springfield bolt action rifle, which was not an M1, and we practiced with that for a while. And finally got the new type helmet and an M1, and that was something that made change.
What was the food like while you were in the service?
Well, the first one in, we got World War I food, what they call it, sea rations. There were cans of meat or vegetables, coffee, whatever. But after we were there, we got K rations. The K rations were better. The sea rations much better. But those sea rations, I don't know, the World War got going on there. That's hard to believe, but that's the truth.
How did you entertain yourself? How did you entertain yourself?
Keep it alive.
Were there any entertainers that came to see your units, like USO groups, Bob Hope, or anything like that? Anybody like that?
I went to try out with a band, I used to play saxophone when I went to service. And what did I hear? These guys acted, they were all homosexuals. And I got out, I didn't stay there at all, I came out, and they were sent back. Just out of discharge. They don't do that now, though. They give you a medal.
What did you do when you were on leave?
In Australia? Yeah, in Australia. Oh, went to a dance one night and practice some beach landings outside that. But they were awful good to us, the Australians were. They were good people.
Did you travel while you were in the service?
Quite a bit. Yeah, Australia, New Guinea, Philippines.
Did you go anywhere else?
Beg pardon?
Did you go anywhere else besides those places?
No, just those.
Do you
After I got out, we went a lot of places.
Do you recall any particular humorous or unusual event that happened while you were in the service?
One time we went to an Australian home, a real fine couple, and they invited us in for our lunch. And while they were there, my good buddies stuck some things in my pocket. He told them Peter was a tough maniac. That's the truth. And of course, I couldn't figure what was going on there, And it was just a lot of fun.
So my next question is, what were some of the pranks that you or others would pull? Do you consider that a prank that they pulled on you?
No.
No?
Except that one was all. I met a guy one day in the Philippines. There was a road up ahead and a real darn hill going down. And a Jap tank came up there. We were at the bottom there. And they started firing down at us. He couldn't depress a gun far enough down to hit us. I looked at the guy next to us, I said what his name was. His name was Nichols. He was an Ursa. I tried to look him up after he got back up, and I couldn't find him. But meanwhile, GIs went up top of that tank, put a grenade inside, and killed her.
Do you recall the day your service ended and where you were at?
Yeah, I was in Leyte, Philippines. I turned it down. I turned it down because I didn't want to come back. Finally, I gave in. I signed an affidavit. I would return after it so happened I did that again. And the war in Europe ended. I went up there and thought I was going to have to go back over again. I was discharged. The nice prince.
Did the war come to an end, or had you fulfilled your military service when you were discharged?
Oh, yeah.
That you had done your time?
Yeah, I enlisted.
How many years did you spend?
Paper.
How many years did you spend?
Let's see, 41 months, and 3 of them were overseas. I went overseas in March of 42. I didn't get back home till, I think, March or May of 1945. My parents never did see me after I went in. All that time. That's unusual.
Were others discharged with you? Other fellow soldiers, were they discharged at the same time?
Might have been, I didn't know them.
Okay. What did you do in the days and weeks after that, after you were discharged? Did you resume a job or start a new career?
Well, I got married for one thing. Number two, I fought malaria real bad, and I had a real bad attack a couple of times. So I was getting a pension for it, like $15 a month. And we moved to Schenectady, New York. Wife and I did. We lived there for about a year and a half. While I was there, I had an attack of malaria, so they sent me to the VA hospital there. And the doctor told me, he said, we want to try out a new medicine area, experimental. I said, no, you're not going to do that on me. He said, I'm not going to let you do it. I don't want to do that. Not do it, you know. He said, well, we're taking pension away. And the brain words said to him, you think I'm pension? Stick it. That's the house I got to. I don't know, $15 a month.
Did you go back to school at all or use your GI Bill to get an education?
I went to Union College in Schenectady, New York. I went there almost a year. The wife got homesick, we came back home. I came back, went to Jim State Business College. I graduated with a degree in accounting. And I went to the post office to work, and that really helped me.
How long did you work at the post office?
32 years. It was different then than it is now.
Did you make any close friendships while you were in the service? And if so, did you continue on the outside with any of those relationships?
I did for a while, but they're all dead. But yeah, I did. I went to company reunions, and I was in the Wisconsin National Guard Division, 32nd Division, Wisconsin. And got to the point where most of them died off already. So I stopped going.
Did you join a veterans organization of any type?
American Legion.
Are you still involved with them?
I used to belong.
Okay.
I used to be on the American Legion Fire Squad for funerals, so I was on that for about 4 or 5 years. But one day I went to a funeral to shoot and I present arms and I'm going, that was the last time I went.
How has your service and experiences affected your life?
Oh, it hasn't affected too much. And for a while my health did, but now I'm all right. I forget about all everything, just about forget.
Has anyone ever thanked you for serving our country, and if so, how did it make you feel?
Oh, I had so many of that go. You won't believe it, I can't remember all of them. Twice I go into a restaurant, maybe 3 times, and I ate my meal, I got done, it was all paid for. About 3 different times. So I paid for it. I thought it was wonderful.
Did your military experience influence your thinking about war or military in general?
Well, I hear about the VA hospitals right now, yeah. But otherwise, no.
Would you encourage young men and women to enlist today?
If that's what they want to do, yeah. I sure would.
Is your view of government the same before and after your years of service?
Did what?
Is your view of government the same before and after your years of service?
After, no, I don't know what's going on.
How do you feel about how war is depicted in movies?
They do a good job, but they don't look dirty enough. They don't look dirty enough. They need a shave, they need a haircut.
What is your opinion of war/history taught in schools today?
I don't know what's called.
What is the most positive thing you took away from your experience in the service?
I didn't lose anything I can think of. I was lucky enough to get back where I was.
Is there anything negative you took away from your time in the service?
No.
And this is my last question. Is there anything you would like to add to this interview or say to the camera before we're done about your time in the service?
just regret that so many good guys were killed. That's all. Little personal friends of mine. And I'll tell you something I would like to talk about, but one time we were out to pick up dead bodies, and there was a top of New Guinea, and we got there to try to pick him up, his arm came off. We couldn't pick him up. You had to take a shovel, put it underneath his body, put it in the shovel and have. That's something you don't forget.
Sure.
That's not the way it was. That bothered me quite a bit after I got out of there. Then we had to dig up some bodies to move to a cemetery. But that's all gone now. For a long time it was a bad shape. I thought about it, I get sick. Not anymore. I've gotten used to it now.
Okay, well, we appreciate your time.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for your
Appreciate it.
service.
Oh, thank you very much.